People who know little are usually great talkers, while men who know much say little. I prefer liberty with danger than peace with slavery. Man is born free, and everywhere he is in chains. The world of reality has its limits, the world of imagination is boundless. I am not made like any of those I have seen. I venture to believe that I am not made like any of those who are in existence. If I am not better, at least I am different. I would rather be a man of paradoxes than a man of prejudices. What wisdom can you find greater than kindness? It is too difficult to think nobly when one thinks only of earning a living. Every person has a right to risk their own life for the preservation of it. All my misfortunes come of having thought too well of my fellows. Trust your heart rather than your head. I hate books, they only teach us to talk about things we know nothing about. I have never thought, for my part, that man's freedom consists in his being able to do whatever he wills, but that he should not, by any human power, be forced to do what is against his will. There is nothing better than the encouragement of a good friend. There are times when I am so unlike myself that I might be taken for someone else of an entirely opposite character. Absolute silence leads to sadness. It is the image of death. We must powder our wigs, that is why so many poor people have no bread. It is as if my heart and my brain did not belong to the same person. Feelings come quicker than lightning and fill my soul, but they bring me no illumination, they burn me and dazzle me. Falsehood has an infinity of combinations, but truth has only one mode of being. To renounce freedom is to renounce one's humanity, one's rights as a man and equally one's duties. Once you teach people to say what they do not understand, it is easy enough to get them to say anything you like. There is no evildoer who could not be made good for something. I feel an indescribable ecstasy and delirium in melting, as it were, into the system of being, in identifying myself with the whole of nature. Laws are always useful to those who possess and vexatious to those who have nothing. If force compels obedience, there is no need to invoke a duty to obey, and if force ceases to compel obedience, there is no longer any obligation. Virtue is a state of war, and to live in it we have always to combat with ourselves. There is no subjection so perfect as that which keeps the appearance of freedom. Truth is an homage that the good man pays to his own dignity. Our will is always for our own good, but we do not always see what that is. The people is never corrupted, but it is often deceived. What good would it be to possess the whole universe if one were its only survivor? Nature made me happy and good, and if I am otherwise, it is society's fault. The first man who, having enclosed a piece of ground, bethought himself of saying, "This is mine," and found people simple enough to believe him, was the real founder of civil society. The more ingenious our apparatus, the coarser and more unskillful are our senses. Hatred, as well as love, renders its votaries credulous.